What's up, everyone? Welcome to the We Are ND Nation podcast. I am Evan J. Thomas. With me is always Dennis Stover. And on today's episode,
I'm like Chargers lady.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Okay, before I'm going to get to that after this. We will be recapping Notre Dame's epic 48-20 victory over USC. Speaking of that Chargers lady, that was me on Saturday.
Yeah, me
Now,
too. Fine.
the other part was me a few weeks ago with Ohio State.
Ohio State, yeah.
So I do the gamut of both. So anybody saying that lady is full of shit, never.
Why would anybody pick up? She looked great. She's a super fan, having fun, loving her team. Who gives a shit? That's what I think. That's good fandom. It's better than all these assholes fighting in the stadiums now.
Oh shit! What happened to my thing?
Wow, that's neat, Ev.
No, yeah,
well, this is Evan in the tunnel, everyone.
This is Evan
going to a game
tunnel.
Since we're Wow, you are ready to go. Look at that.
I was
look like a Forrest Gump on New Year's Eve.
I look like a deranged leprechaun.
She tasted like cigarettes, Lieutenant Dan.
So obviously we are in great spirits today.
Yes, we are.
Great spirits since about 10 o'clock p.m. Central Time on Saturday.
Well, when I saw that 99-yarder coming back, that's when I started celebrating, man. That's when I kind of knew. I was like, it's about fucking time. We put our foot on their fucking throat.
Yeah, we
did
one of these.
It was glorious. Because all I could think about was Caleb Williams trotting in the end zone last year and stuff. And now this year he just got sacked and he looked scared. He didn't want to have any part of the ND defense at all.
Speaking of that defense, holy fucking shit.
I knew that defense.
Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five.
Six sacks. There should have been more too, because I don't know how that one isn't a fumble at the end or a intentional grounding, because I didn't hear no whistle. He's in the grasp. He's in the grasp and he just chucks it. If anything, it's a fumble because he's not going like this. He's just throwing it away
sideways
like a little kitty cat.
Like a spoiled child.
Like a spoiled child, right. So,
speaking of spoiled child, didn't he act like one like the entire
game? The whole game, because he was flustered out the gate. He threw that pick on their first drive, right?
Speaking of picks, he not only had one, not only had two, he had three. How many did he have before this game?
One.
And what did actually Hunter say?
Hunter was he must not have. I don't think he really watched any ND games, because remember I was like, why can't Notre Dame win big? I mean, it's stupid. Yeah, their offense struggled, but they scored we scored off the turnovers, which we should have. We didn't get field goals. We got touchdowns.
17 points on 3 turnovers, right?
And I'll take it because football is 3 phases, right? And unfortunately, USC only has. I don't even think they have all 3 phases. They have one player who's the phase of the offense, because Lincoln Riley, again, you've heard me say it a million times, that man has never had a defense and he'll never have a defense. And besides, he's going to coach the Cowboys anyway. So spoiled children, you had your opportunity, but you can always get Lane Kiffin or Steve Sarkisian back, I guess.
You mentioned it, that he's going to the NFL. I actually X'd it out, X or tweet, whatever you want to fucking say now. But I tweeted it out on Sunday morning. I'm like, guarantee you Lincoln Riley's last year is this year. He will be in the NFL next year. I don't know if it's going to be with the Cowboys. It'll be with somebody, but somebody's
going to get him
in the NFL.
There's a lot of bad football out there this year. Yeah, you look good.
Hey, hold on. I don't have my little. Oh, wait. I knew I forgot something.
Wow, you homered it up.
Legit from Notre Dame pom-poms.
You homered it up.
Dude. Saturday after the game, I had this on running around the house.
Yeah, you just put it on, huh?
Yeah, so go over a few little stats here. Obviously, you had the reaction of wow.
What was the score again, Evan?
It was Notre Dame 48.
48, right. How much did spoiled children have?
20.
20.
Oh, shit. So I just got a message from Corey, who was supposed to be our
nice.
Hold on. He said he had.
Hope he's okay.
Well, my apologies. Had an emergency with my son. If next Wednesday can work, my sincere apologies. So he will be on.
We'll get him on next Wednesday.
We will get him on next week. So
Corey Minor. I hope
Corey.
his son is okay and everything's okay. We love you, Corey, and go Irish. And I hope your family's good.
We were hoping he was going to be on this show to celebrate with us. He could celebrate with us next week.
Yeah, well, it's going to be. We're still going to be celebrating.
We're going to be celebrating till next year. All right, because
I mean,
that's what we do. We celebrate the big wins. And
well, yeah.
Another stat that I saw is Marcus Freeman has more wins against Big Ten or top 10 teams than Brian Kelly ever did.
He only had the one. It was Oklahoma, wasn't it? In 2012.
Yes.
It's the only one, man.
Yes.
It's just
madness. So I was going to get into some of the stats. Hold on. What was that score again?
48-20.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, and you know what? Remember too, I told you they crushed. Remember when this was the same year when they were hyping up Sam Darnold? He was going to come in and throw 10 touchdown passes, be the first overall pick, and then we sacked him. We won that game 49-19.
Oh,
that was 2017. That was the one I was like, I have I know I did pick USC in our weekly show last week to win. Because, again, it was very hard to have confidence in this team after that Louisville loss because it was a really bad loss.
Hey, wait, the offense. Who picked Notre Dame to win?
Huh?
Who picked Notre Dame to win?
You did. But right now, we'll see what happens with Clemson. But my preseason prediction is currently correct.
With how many losses they have, yes.
Well, I did pick them to be SC based. I said they would lose that Louisville game because they're looking ahead. And then they'll be pissed because Marcus Freeman had a circle last year because Caleb was running around. And I said that we'd win and beat SC in the preseason. But anyway.
That was a team that we've been waiting for all year long.
I just wanted to hit Caleb Williams.
I don't know where that defense got the mojo, but holy fucking shit did they come out to play. Xavier Watts, I'm just going to name him as our player of the game because
I'm not going to disagree. He is. I think he had 13 tackles too.
He had 13. I don't remember seeing that. 13 tackles.
He had a lot. I think he led the team with that.
One pass defended, one fumble return for a touchdown. That dude was everywhere. And the rest of the defense, I don't know how many hurries they had, but they had.
Oh, I'm sure. A ton.
They had Williams just running for his life the entire game. People are like, oh, well, he had 20 seconds to hold the ball. Sure, because he's running 15 yards.
Yeah, he's just going like this.
He ain't getting nothing. What did he run for? I think he had like 9 carries for like 7 yards.
It wasn't much. I mean,
it wasn't much at all.
Because their offense didn't do shit. He didn't even have 200 yards passing, man.
199 yards. How great is that?
He just lost the Heisman, their #1 draft pick.
That was actually one of my.
He ain't gonna win the Heisman, man.
No, that other game though.
Because he's gonna lose another game, man. Oregon and Washington are really good teams.
They are. Well, Washington and Oregon, that was to me the game of the week, other than the Notre Dame game. So that
was a really good game too.
It just sucks that kid lost it that way. Let's see. Caleb Williams had 13 carries for guess how many yards?
How many?
-8.
Awesome. Not running around this year, pal.
Oh!
Not running around this year, pal. Man, it was so good to see, and just to see the look on his face, and
-8, and the crying picture at the end of the game. I don't know if somebody pulled that from somewhere.
He was crying. Nah, he wasn't crying. He may be crying because he just lost $1 million.
Oh, I'll pull up the picture that I posted about it. But yes,
he gives a shit about. All he wanted to do was win the Heisman. I don't even think they really worried about. I mean, even Hunter said it. They're worried that they're going to win the Heisman. He's worried about winning the Heisman. It's like, you cats are never going to win a title, man. You'll be lucky because you'd be in the Big Ten. You get in with the 12th seed.
Yeah, that's going to be tougher for them in the Big Ten, I think.
Oh, they're going to get smoked in the Big Ten. It's going to be a rude awakening.
I'm getting it. Okay, here it is.
It's probably AI, man.
Well, it could be AI, but it's a picture that was actually posted right afterwards, and
maybe he was a little upset. I mean,
you never know, because maybe he noticed right there that he lost the Heisman.
Right, he lost the Heisman. He'd probably still be the #1 pick, but
So let's go over some of these fun little stats on the offense for Notre Dame. It was a pedestrian offense because most of their drives started in USC territory after turnovers.
I got a good question for you and the audience and stuff, and they can answer it. Is Sam Hartman just a little bit better than Jack Cohen? I mean, were we kind of sniffing the glue on him and thinking he was all world, and he's just a little bit better than average? He's good. He's very good, but we were thinking we were getting Trevor Lawrence, and we were mistaken because he's regressed 2 games.
I actually think you hit that kind of on the head. He is a little bit better. He's more of a leader, obviously, than Cohen. Cohen was like a silent assassin.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at it, it's the same kind of season in statistics and stuff. This defense is a lot better.
Obviously, the Louisville game killed Hartman's mojo because of those 3 interceptions. Other than that, if you just take that game out and somewhat of that Duke game.
I mean, he was only 13 of 20 in this game for 126 yards.
126 yards, 2 touchdowns. Estime, though, came back finally out of
I'm telling you the problem.
10 for 20.
And I'm going to say this even if they went out 10-2. Gerard Parker has to go. He's got to go. Marcus Freeman is just fine. He's going to be just fine. He's got to get somebody in there like an Al Golden on the offensive side.
So we were saying last week, is Marcus Freeman on the hot seat for losing to Louisville? I think after
I said no.
Well, we both said no, but I'm just saying,
I was like, no. He needs 3 seasons, man.
People brought it up, and we're like, oh, we need. And then even what's his name last week? What did he say? Who we should get? Pete Carroll.
Carroll. I don't want the poodle.
Oh,
why would I want?
Do you really believe that Notre Dame reached out to him?
Do I?
Oh, what?
I don't know, maybe, but I don't see why.
Exactly. Why?
Swarbrick came on at the end of Weiss's tenure, like his last 2 years. That was all. So when Pete Carroll was there, it was during Kevin White's era. So I don't know who's reaching out to Pete Carroll or why. I don't.
Yeah, exactly why. So a few little more stats here. You got Chris Tyree, who had that one amazing fucking touchdown, 6 for 62. That's the one where Hartman just kind of saw him crossing over.
But yeah, it was the only shot they took downfield.
It was basically the only one, because it was the only one where they needed to go more than 35 yards, basically.
They did have
that was the one where I was actually in the bathroom because I was pissed that they did 4 of their previous 5 runs were that Estime off guard.
I think they only have 2 play calls for Estime. It's like 2 plays for him, and that's it.
One this way, one this way.
Man. And that's why I was getting so mad, Evan. You're like, oh, be happy, celebrate. And I am, but we should have had 68 because their defense is awful. And the fact that we couldn't get over 100, Estime couldn't get over 100 yards. I mean, we didn't have to. The defense was playing lights out and gave us a short field. I understand all that. But there was times when we didn't score, or they had to punt a couple times. The offense should have just completely erupted on that defense, man.
Now, to me, and we kind of mentioned this at the very beginning of the show, the game for me was the kickoff return, because
because it was 31-20 at that point, and they just scored.
Had, as they call, momentum, which I don't believe.
And then, of course, as ND fans, we're all starting to be like, okay, here it comes. Here comes this Heisman moment.
Actually, I think I even texted you and said that. I said, here we go.
Here we go. Right.
And then all of a sudden, next kickoff. And that's where I was that Chargers fan. That is exactly where I was that Chargers
me too.
fan. I got up and I'm going, go. And they're in Rick are like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, I don't get
so awesome.
Fucking go. And when he scored, I'm running around like a fucking chicken with his head cut off.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then that was it, because even right after that play, USC gave up. That was it.
No, they did. They I think you're right. They did look like they
were done.
Gave up. Because a couple
they tried
of times
so hard for that one touchdown, and they didn't, and they got it. But then, oh my God, we just got deflated because of this.
Caleb Williams, he's good and stuff. And these cats are all like, he's a generational talent. And so I was thinking about, is he better? He's not better than Trevor Lawrence, and he's not better than Joe Burrow.
Nope.
He might not even be better than Tua.
True.
Tua won a title. This guy hasn't won a title. He's lost 6 games. Trevor Lawrence, I think, lost 2 or 3 games his whole career. He's going to lose a couple more this year. Mm-hmm. He's not going to win the Heisman. He's a pouty,
And
yeah, he can make cool throws and stuff, but guess what? You saw what a good defense was able to do against him. Guess what happens in the NFL? Everybody is that much faster and that much better.
Better than you.
So him thinking that he's going to be the second coming of Patrick Mahomes, and he might be in for a rude awakening, man. He's an exceptional quarterback. I would take him on Notre Dame in a heartbeat. Who wouldn't? Is he the best player in college football this year?
No.
I don't think he is. I didn't think he was before. I don't know who is, but I'm just sick of the quarterbacks always. I don't know. It's just
it's like the NFL. The NFL MVP is a quarterback award.
Yeah, it's always a quarter.
It's stupid. You could have a 2,000-yard rusher in the NCAA. He might get a sniff at Heisman.
And here's another one too for Hunter. He's saying like SC had the best receivers and the best this and the best that.
Hold on, let's go over
that. The best receivers are on Washington, man. Those guys are unbelievable. They catch anything.
So let's go over the top 3 receivers on USC. What did they?
Oh yeah, let's go over that.
See, we had Michael Jackson the third. He had 6 catches for 51
yards.
Taj Washington, 4 catches for 41 yards, pedestrian.
And Jerry Rice's kid.
2 for 18. He had the touchdown.
He did 1 touchdown, yeah. And we even shut down Lloyd.
And Lloyd, 28 carries for 46 yards.
Yeah.
Was it 28 carries or was it 18? I think I might have gotten that number wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But whatever. The 1 touchdown he had was a fucking option play that was that was the only bad defensive play I think That
was the one breakdown. But they adjusted for that because they were trying to run that option a couple times early, and they made adjustments for it. And then I think they tried to run it again and they blew it up. How about the hit Cam Hart had on that? They were they were close to in the red zone, and it was like I think it was 4th down, and it turned the ball over. And Cam Hart came in there and it was perfect tackle.
So you said you rewatched the game. I rewatched it Sunday morning as well, and it's so much nicer to watch it when you know who wins. So you don't have to worry about that part, and just you can break it down and be like, holy shit, that was a great play, or this dude was all over the place. And the fact that USC had 0 sacks and like hardly any rushes at all on Hartman, that just shows you the offensive line came back and also demolished the fuck out of USC.
Yes and no. Yes, Hartman didn't get sacked. But still, again, it's probably, Freeman will do the coach speak and say, oh, well, we had short field and we had good field position and our defense played great. So that contributed to not having as many stats like that. But still, I would have liked to see the offense do a little bit more because they had a good opportunity to get the offense back on track against a just awful defense.
Yep. So obviously they had the 1 defensive touchdown and also 1 special teams. So
almost 2 because he returned the interception to the 1. He almost got in twice. He almost had an interception return for a touchdown and a fumble return for a touchdown. Yeah,
he got knocked out of bounds.
He was lights out, man. Holy cow, that was the best defensive back performance since Hamilton was back there or something, man.
Benjamin Morrison last year, those 3 interceptions.
3 interceptions against Clemson. Yeah. Was it Clemson or was it Boston College?
I think it was Clemson.
He had 2, and 1 was a return, right? Anyway, yeah. It's just nice. I'm glad we'll have him for 1 more year, old Ben Morrison.
And and what year is Watts? Is he a senior?
I believe so. But see, Watts was a wide receiver. Dang. He transitioned. I want to go back and look at my stats or look at that first episode because remember we did our like defensive players of the year or something like that.
Hold on. Let me look it up. I got it right here for us. So go ahead. I'll go look.
I wonder if I picked Watts. I can't remember. That'd be pretty amazing if I did.
So let's see. You have.
Oh no, I think I picked Jordan Botello as my breakout star. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway.
All right. I'm kind of just going through. So like I said, if you want to keep talking, you could.
Oh yeah. Let's see. We
my breakout players were Merriweather at wide receiver and Javante Jean-Baptiste.
Yeah. I had Bortella, didn't I?
I didn't list it. So unless you
Okay.
wrote it down somewhere.
I might be in my notes. I'll check it out.
Yeah, so there you go. Those were
I was
mine.
trying to remember. I know I can always go back and watch the episode. So
for sure. But Merriweather, man, where's he been?
well, where has all the receivers been? Like all of a sudden, are they injured? Because it doesn't sound like they're injured. I haven't heard any injuries updates on the receivers.
No.
I'm
not sure what's going on with that.
I don't know why he didn't throw to any receivers. I'm sure that was a play calling. They've completely forgotten about the wide receivers.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull.
I don't know what happened to going downfield. Hartman can get the ball downfield. I don't know.
Yeah, wide receivers. Let's see. We had Tyree, Rico Flores had a catch. Mitchell Evans and Stays had 2 each. Faison had 2. Payne had 1. Estime had 1.
Right.
Those are all
where's Greathouse and Colsey and Thomas and
none of them had a catch.
I know. Where are they?
Rico Flores, Tyree were the only 2 basic normal wide receivers that had a catch.
Yeah, like I said, thank you for your services, but you need to just go back to being the tight end coach, and we need to get somebody in here that can call.
Oh, by the way, Marshawn Lloyd had 8 carries for 46 yards.
8 carries.
28. I knew I had something wrong.
That's all right.
It's all right. See, shit happens. We get it wrong.
Yeah.
Dude, so we're not even going to be doing a name that former ND player today.
Yeah, we're not going to do it, and there's no game to preview either, folks, because they're a bye week. So
it looks like next week we'll have Corey Minor.
Yeah. That'll be fun. I like him a lot.
To that. I might have to come out with his garb again, but I think.
Oh, really?
Probably not now. I mean, I'm still going to be excited, but I'm not as excited as I am right now about this shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Pitt can be a tough game. Pitt always comes to play Notre Dame tough. And then Clemson on the road, that's.
Yeah, I'm still trying to see if I'm going to go to that game because I'll be
right. Right. I mean, that's going to be a rough one. They took Florida State to overtime.
They did. And man, we were talking about that Washington-Oregon game.
Wow, that's a good game. Do you think coaches I don't know. Maybe it's because there's so many games on TV and we have that much more exposure to games. But it seems like within the last 10, 15, 20 years, coaches seem to I don't want to say they're dumb or not as attuned, but I think they overthink it. They try to get too cute. Like Dan Lanning left points on the field. He could have kicked a field goal at the end of the half, and that's 3 points. They lost 36-33.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when I said about the Ohio State game and Notre Dame's first possession. You got to kick the field goal, man. You left points on the fucking field. I don't know why these guys think it's like watching Friday Night Lights and that team they play in the championship that always goes for 2 points conversions and always goes for it on 4th down, even if it's 4th and 10, they're going to go for it because we're fucking that badass. And his coaches are looking like fools doing this 4th and 1 shit all the time. And they're second guess. I mean, look at Martin.
4th and 1, I understand. 4th and
depends on when you're at in the game and stuff, though, man.
Correct. 4th and 7, 4th and 11 is different.
They had 4th and goal or something like that in the red zone with 3 seconds left before the half, and they're getting the ball at the half. They could have had 10 points, right? That's a 10-point swing.
It's
stupid, man. Kick the fucking field goal. Especially if you're a road team, you take the points. The home team, I don't know. At least when I was playing football, and this is how I was coached, and what the coaches would put on. You got to take the points when you can, especially if it's going into half and you get the ball at halftime. That could have been sure. I get it, and they score the touchdown, and then it's great. But you didn't score the touchdown. You had an easy layup for a field goal. Just take the points and then get the touchdown when you come back at half.
I like that easy layup for a field goal. It's a good one.
I shouldn't use other. I always get mad at those fucktards on ESPN when they say walk off. I hate the term walk off to begin with. They shouldn't be used. It's game winning, first of all, folks. And to use walk off after a guy kicks a field goal and he's like a walk off field goal. I mean,
It's game winning. It's not a walk off.
it's you know how dumb those ass hats sound. I
Yeah,
mean,
I know. I'm there with you.
it's ridiculous. Game, yeah. So I don't want to use other sports terms for the wrong sport.
So speaking of other games and other sports, so I haven't watched 1 minute of the baseball playoffs since the Braves have lost.
Well, yeah, it's garbage. Who wants to watch all Texas series?
And who wants to watch home run or nothing Philly?
I mean, the way I'll take it is I hope Philly wins the World Series because that way at least that's who the Braves lost to.
That's
Man,
the only.
that's the only thing
actually, I'm cheering for Philly just because of that reason.
Yeah, I mean,
Not that I'm cheering for Philly.
Forget any of those Texas teams, especially the Astros.
Fuck the Astros.
Sure as hell, I'm not going to cheer for West Coast Florida in Arizona.
Florida.
Arizona's Florida. It just doesn't look like a penis.
I don't know where to go with this. Games looking forward to this weekend. Obviously, the huge one is Penn State at Ohio State.
Ooh, and that's at noon, isn't it?
Holy hell, yes.
Wow, that's going to be
a noon game.
You know what?
I'm going to be in Dory County this weekend, so I'm going to be.
Oh, you're going up north?
Going up north. Heather and I.
Wisco?
Tomorrow morning.
You're going to Wisco? It's pretty up there, man.
We're going to drink some brews and eat some foods.
It's really pretty up there.
You're
going to have some brats. Make sure you stop and get some cheese and porn on the way up to Wisconsin. That's what dots the highways.
And
stops and cheese.
I'll be stopping at the what is it, the Blow and Go? What do they go?
Yeah, there's what is that place? It's like Super Sexy Emporium.
Lion's Den up in Wisconsin.
Lion's Den, that's it. Come get some cheese and some hot vids.
Hot vids. Where are we going with this conversation?
It's because we beat spoiled children.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what was the score again?
48 to 20.
48 to 20. Love it.
That was my Joe Biden when he leans into the mic. Shit cracks me up, man. And then he starts whispering.
All right, here's some other games too. Ooh, Tennessee at Alabama. Not too
wow.
Sure. Can Tennessee win 2 in a row against Alabama?
Nah, that Tennessee team
has ever done that.
Down.
You got Virginia at number 10, North Carolina. You have number 2, Michigan at Michigan State. And then you got Duke, who is 16th at Florida State.
Duke at Florida State. That could be tough, man. That Duke team is their defense is really good.
Utah at USC.
Oh, I don't think their quarterback is back though. Cam Rising.
No, yeah, isn't that?
They have a chance with him. I don't think and it's at home. Well, you never know though. USC could. They are spoiled children. They just pack it up and say, "Well, forget it." You know, Lincoln Riley could already have a foot out the door. I hope so.
The funny thing is that spread is only 7 points USC favorite at home.
Like I said last week, they were the only team to keep winning but drop in the polls.
Yeah, they're 18th, and Utah actually is up to 14. So there you go. There's a couple good games right there that we could watch. Like I said, the only one I'm going to be paying attention to is Penn State at Ohio State, 6-0 and 6-0. Those teams could. It's interesting. Those teams could be all one loss, them and Michigan, by the end of the season. And what the fuck?
Yeah, you could have just one undefeated team and all one-loss teams in the right because they're all going to, they cannibalize each other. That's it. That's what I was trying to say.
It's like Penn State could beat Ohio State, Michigan
could
beat Penn State,
and Ohio State
could beat Michigan.
They all got one. Yeah. So who plays for the? How would they do that?
I don't know. Maybe they just flip a coin.
Wow, that's going to be weird. If Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State all have one loss, who's going to represent that side of the Big Ten to play Iowa?
Oh God,
that's nuts,
Iowa
man.
would even be up there.
Well, I mean the West because it's so lopsided that division.
Yeah, it's Iowa's 6-1. They play like crap, but they're 6-1, and they're
6-1, right?
To
the one loss was they got shut out by Penn State.
Correct. So
yeah,
there you go. All right, we done with the show today? Because I think that's about it.
I guess so. Yeah, man.
It's fun. It was
really great. It was great. I think. Oh, and we did player of the game. What's the play of the game? The kickoff return.
Oh God, that's where that's where it ended.
I mean, I like seeing all those sacks on old Heisey.
Those were good. to me, that first interception was,
Yeah, it was awesome.
it just
You're
took,
just like, oh shit, he's mortal. He's mortal. We may be able to beat him.
we were sitting there, we were at one of the breweries before we left, and I'm like, I can't leave yet until this series is over. Boom, they fucking got the interception. I'm like, I can't leave until I see if they score. Boom, touchdown. I was like, okay, we can go.
Yeah, it was glorious. It'll be a good stress-free weekend.
Yep.
If
We're on a
any of you
bye.
are excited and want to watch a really amazing sport, the Formula One Grand Prix of Texas is this weekend, and
Where
it's
is
in
it?
America. So it's it'll
Is
be
it
on
Texas?
ESPN. It's in though. Unfortunately, the Grand Prix, they have 3 races in America this year, and this is the second one. It's in I think it's Austin or something like that, or around there. But it's a great sport. I recommend it for anybody who wants
And
something else to watch.
another one you could watch is the championship bag tournament. No, I'm kidding. That's not a thing. It is a
Cornhole.
thing.
Shout out to Anthony, my brother. He's like a cornhole all-star. Yeah, he wins fucking trophies and prize money and all kinds. Like, he's really good. It's like my dad was a bowler, so I guess Anthony's a cornholer.
I used to be a bowler, and I like playing cornhole.
Maybe. Yeah, remember we used to roll cats at bowling? That was awesome in high school. Remember that?
Oh man, we used to take some
We rolled cats. I remember.
I remember that one time.
That was fun.
That was fun. Where I literally sandbagged that first game.
Were you rolling with your left, and then all of a sudden you're like, strike.
Yeah. So
those dudes were like,
motherfuckers, like $20 or something.
Awesome. In 1992, that was big money, dude.
And it was funny because I remember that because I started, I think it was my first 3 balls were all strikes.
Yeah.
They turned to us and you go, you motherfucking took us.
Yeah, we did. And I think they were older than us too, because we were in high school.
We're lucky we didn't get our asses kicked, first of all.
We got our asses kicked a lot, but we didn't. Because we're always a step ahead.
Oh man.
We're always
by the way, what was the score of the game?
48-20.
We could say it louder. 48-20.
Right. A 4 and an 8 preceded by a hyphen and then a 2 and a 0.
That it was. Beautiful. All right. Well, Dennis, thank you for the show today. It's been fun.
Thank you, man. It was fun. My little Lucky Charm cereal guy.
I didn't.
Are they magically delicious?
I didn't have my Irish whiskey, which I should have had today.
You're magically delicious. That outfit
sitting over there right now.
Ooh, maybe I'll go have a little snort of some whiskey.
The proper
couple 2 fingers. I'm glad you're drinking bourbon now, man.
Conor McGregor's.
You're all grown up, man. I love it.
I drink beer and whiskey. I mean,
I know, but I just never seen you drink the whiskey before, the brown stuff. Brown stuff is delicious, man. I had some last night. Made some dinner. Had some friends over.
Man,
it's pretty good.
All right. So until next week, which we'll be back to, I think we're going to review or preview.
Yeah, we got Pitt with Corey Minor.
Pitt, who just beat
and Louisville. We'll talk about other games. We'll talk about the biggest games from the weekend. Why not? That'll be segment 1.
Yeah.
Get Corey's take. Can also ask him about the state. I wanted to ask him. I had a really good question and I forgot what it was for them, relating to Notre Dame. I'm always going to keep asking the conference question because I still, I get the more the season goes on and as we look to next season and how college football is going to change, they just have to join a conference. You see, Jack Swarbrick was talking about collective bargaining. He's basically saying we can't treat them as they're not amateur athletes. So I think they should fuck the NCAA, form a union, and just be a little AAA NFL and just do it, man. But Notre Dame's got to react because they will get left behind.
They will. So far, they have been. So let's hopefully they come back out of that. So there you go.
Just pay them kids, man. Who gives a shit?
Everybody
can do it. If everybody can do it, then it's not wrong, right? It's not cheating. It's not. Just do it. Don't give me this. Oh, we do it because we want to. Yeah, we're still going to recruit and get players, but I don't know.
I'm with you, dude. All right.
Anyway.
So until next week, I want to thank everybody who's watching us. We are everywhere. We are the We Are ND Nation podcast. You can find us on YouTube, the College Dogs, or College Football Dogs. You can find me Saturday mornings, but not this week. Actually, I will have a pre-recorded segment for Hunter I might look like this a little bit too. I might actually be drinking whiskey a little bit too.
I think you should show him the scene out of The Godfather when he wakes up with the horse head in his bed, and then it put like Traveler. Oh, is that mean? Is that animal cruelty? Fuck that horse.
Actually, I think I'm gonna try to pin some of his comments.
Oh, please, because
and play them.
All I could think about, right, I was like, all I could think about is like, this guy is so wrong as I'm watching the game. And I'm gonna do next time we have an opposite guest on. I'm gonna do, because I could have brought up those talking points. I should have had a little more notes, because for him to sit there and be like, Notre Dame defense is okay, and for him to think that USC for some reason was just world beaters with the greatest receiving core ever in the history of receiving cores and whatever else, they probably had the greatest water boy they ever had, and fuck Lincoln Riley.
Wait, what was the score again?
48-20. Spoiled fucking children. All right, man.
All right, until next week, we are ND Nation Podcast. Dennis Stover, Evan J. Thomas. Find us all over Spotify, YouTube. We'll be back then. Until then, rock on and go Irish, even though they're not.
Go Irish. And we've already said it, but we're saying it again. Fuck the University of Spoiled Children. And we'll see you next year, bitch.
48-20. Oh shit.